This is an important day in the life of our province. This is a day for our government to acknowledge with honesty, with humility, and with deep regret what happened in Saskatchewan. The 60 Scoop refers to a period in Canadian history when Indigenous children were removed from their families and their communities by child welfare services. Thousands of First Nations, Métis, and Inuit children were placed in non-Indigenous foster and adoptive homes in Saskatchewan, and in some cases across Canada and the United States. In Saskatchewan at that time, those who managed the foster and adoption programs believed that they had the moral and legal obligation to act. However, during the 60 Scoop, not nearly enough consideration was given to the fact that Indigenous children come from communities with their own rich traditions, their own rich culture and history. Some Indigenous children were separated from their families and their communities, and as a result, those children were cut off from their culture, and they were cut off from their traditions. Despite the good intentions of many foster and adoptive parents, too many of these children were caught between two worlds. They were stranded in a sense with no knowledge of who they were or where they came from. The consequences of this are still being felt by individuals and families to this very day. We failed the survivors we heard from in the sharing circles, and so many others. We failed their families. And we failed their communities. We failed. On behalf of the government of Saskatchewan, and on behalf of the people of Saskatchewan, I stand before you today to apologize. Stand before you today to say sorry. We are sorry for the pain and the sadness that you have experienced. We are sorry for your loss of culture and language. And to all of those who lost contact with their family, we are so sorry.
Very emotional day for me. Probably the whole ceremony, I was tearing up, and for a number of reasons, thinking of lost members of our family, my family that I'll never see, my grandparents, my sister Crean. Those spirits were with us today. I waited 57 years for this apology. I heard the Premier say, "I'm sorry," and there was an acknowledgement of the harms that they had perpetrated on First Nations and Métis children. But today, I think, is a highlight of my life to actually hear the province of Saskatchewan say they are sorry for something that they had committed against our families. I know my mushum and my cookum are smiling right now, and my mother told me to convey to anybody her deepest gratitude and thank you for doing this tremendous day.